Hello, YouTube. This is a place where 70 people disappeared without a trace. It's one of the, some say, most terrible paranormal places in Russia. Before I start, I ask you that you watch my first video about this paranormal site. I made it several years ago, but the mystery has not lessened. Today's information will just add more details and cases. And you will find the link to the first video in the description section of the current one. Well, the Devil's Cemetery is an anomalous or paranormal section of the taiga, boreal forest, in the Krasnoyarsk Territory, that's in Siberia, near the village of Karamyshevo. Some researchers, for example, the late Soviet and Ukrainian researcher and author Vitaly Rubtsov, in his book Tunguska Meteorite on the Way to Oblivion, he has a hypothesis that the origin of the zone or area is connected with the Tunguska meteorite. But so far, there are no unambiguous answers to the question of the origin of the Devil's Cemetery or to other questions related to this anomaly. The first mention of the mysterious place on the border of the Krasnoyarsk Territory and the Irkutsk region dates back to the year 1920. Then one of the local peasants happened to observe how in an unusual round clearing located in the middle of the taiga, a moose driven by him fell into the ground. At the same time, the place itself did not resemble a swamp. No, not like a swamp at all. On the contrary, smoke emanated from the ground and heat was clearly felt. Subsequently, similar events were repeatedly described by other residents of that area. Animals and people disappeared in the bald clearing. Witnesses of these disappearances said that the clearing itself was strewn with bones and skulls, and heat and smoke emanated from the ground, as if something was burning under it. Moreover, the remains of animals and people in the paranormal zone looked as if they had been burned by fire. The location of this creepy clearing, nicknamed the Devil's Cemetery, well, no one was able to specify exactly where that location was. The first studies and documentary descriptions of the anomalous zone were carried out by the exiled agronomist Valentin Salyagin. His article, The Devil's Cemetery, was actually published in a local newspaper in 1940, but no further research of the place was carried out. The World War II began, and there was no time for that, for studying this anomalous, or as we call it, paranormal zone. And the stories about missing animals and people faded away for a while. A new wave of interest in the anomalous zone rose in the 1980s. According to Nikita Tomin, the head of the Irkutsk Kosmopoisk public organization, which I often mention in my videos, and you should be familiar with its work. By that time, there were already several dozen people on the lists of the missing in that area, in those places. But no one really knew the exact position of the clearing. The inhabitants of the surrounding areas were settled almost immediately after the war. Over several years of search for the mysterious clearing, more than 50 people have disappeared. And only in 1991, the Devil's Cemetery was discovered. Despite regular research undertaken by scientists and volunteers, it has not yet been possible to solve the mystery of the Devil's Cemetery. The mysterious bald spot apparently appeared no later than 1916, possibly during the fall of the Tunguska meteorite, as some people refer to that strange event. By no means I will agree to it, but I'll call it what some call it. So the Tunguska meteorite in 1908. The ground in the clearing is currently not smoking. Grass and moss have even appeared on it, but there are no large trees or shrubs. In addition, at a distance of less than 1 kilometer from the anomaly, there's a strange behavior of the compass. When people use compass, they notice it. And other electronic devices, which makes research very difficult. Maybe in the future, the mystery will be solved, probably together with the mystery of the Tunguska event. So this is what I wanted to let you know. And the taiga forest in that area, it's incredible, it's beautiful, and it's very harsh. I know because my father served in the Soviet armed forces in the 1950s in the area, in the taiga, various areas. And this mystery, one day, I'm sure, will be solved, but the clearing, the spot is out there. And I think it's covering one of the biggest surprises that we may yet uncover about the 1908 event. So that's what I wanted to let you know, and I want to thank you for your attention to my work. Please subscribe to my channel. If you can, please support my work, and I thank all those that support my work, and please like my videos. Thank you so much.